Happy holidays, folks, and welcome back to December, the holiday event on the channel where I explore the death and downfall of the DCEU films. I'll be uploading a video every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from December 4th through December 28th. I will be going into spoilers and picking apart these movies as I see fit. So, if all that interests you, kick back, relax, grab some snacks, because today we're talking about... This has to be one of the most self-indulgent films I've seen over the course of my entire life. This movie will constantly beat you over the head and try to shove down your throat the fact that The Rock's Black Adam is the most important, the most badass, the coolest character to ever exist and walk the face of the earth. And,
No, you ain't!
Because he just isn't. Black Adam is just the antagonist to Shazam. That's who he is. He's even brought up in the first Shazam movie. So, the idea that this movie, A, has nothing to do with that plot that was in the original Shazam movie, B, never brings up the fact that Billy Batson Shazam exists, and C, is written extremely boring and poorly, leaves me to the conclusion of, why was this movie made? Well, I actually know the answer to that. You see, The Rock has a fondness for the character of Black Adam. I don't know why. Black Adam is just the antagonist to Shazam to me. There's nothing about his character that truly hooked me and grasped me and was like, bro, I need more Black Adam in my life. He's just so cool. Like, I don't get it. I can appreciate the love for a minor character, but, you know, at the end of the day, I don't actually understand what he sees that's so important about him. So, I can understand. He had a vision that I didn't see and he wanted to make the movie. I can accept that. What I cannot accept is the blatant disrespect to the film Shazam with the creation of this movie. Because this movie acts like Billy Batson does not exist whatsoever, and it tries to make Black Adam seem like he's more important than every other character in the DCEU. You can even see that with the marketing, like the whole catchphrase of the movie being about how the hierarchy of the DCEU is about to change. Like, bro, shut up! This character's not that important. And also, within the confines of this movie, it acts like the fact that Black Adam kills people is special. I hate to break it to you, but, like, every character in the DCEU has killed people. Superman's killed people. Batman's killed a ton of people. Wonder Woman's killed people. Aquaman has killed people. The entire Suicide Squad has killed people. I think, ironically enough, the only character who has not killed a single person in the DCEU is Shazam! So, like, the idea that Black Adam is this uber important person and needs to be brought back to defeat the antagonist of the film who is super boring and you don't really understand why they want to do what they want to do is just completely absurd. So, let me get into what the plot of this movie is really quick before I get back there. So, the narrative of Black Adam is that, I'm going to go in chronological order for this so it makes sense. In ancient times, Black Adam had a son who was pure of heart and was chosen by the Council of Wizards to become Shazam. He defended his country from its evil, maniacal king who wanted to use this crown made of magic, whatever the hell material this is, and summon demons to give him power to take over the world. So he defended his country against that, but then one day, Black Adam got injured in an attack by the king, so his son gave him his powers to save his life and then was killed immediately after he gave up his powers. Now Black Adam, having the power of the wizards, used them for evil, murdering the king and destroying the kingdom of Kahndaq. Well, not completely, they rebuild and, Kahndaq still exists in the present, but, he destroys the castle and damages a lot of the kingdom. That's what he does. And then Council of Wizards are like, you are evil, we have to seal you away, and they lock him in a prison, and he doesn't get freed until the beginning of Shazam, where this archaeologist is trying to find the crown that the king of the original Kahndaq wanted to use to summon the demons, to stop Intergang from getting it, because they want it for some reason that they explain later and is really stupid, and she ends up freeing Black Adam, thinking that he's this legendary hero because the people of Kahndaq in the present believe that the champion, his son, is their hero, and they worship him as such, not knowing that Black Adam now has the power of Shazam and isn't their hero. So she believes that she just brought back the hero of Kahndaq to save her life. But no, that's not what he is. He's Black Adam. He's a bad guy. He kills people. That's what he is. That's how he's interpreted. That's how he should be interpreted, because he's just a villain who spends most of his time trying to murder a fucking 12-year-old. But that's besides the point. So she brings him back, and then this whole movie is basically Black Adam reacting to everything happening. He is not a proactive character, and that makes him so boring. You can write a character that reacts to things happening to them, but Black Adam only ever reacts to stuff. He never takes charge and decides to do anything of his own volition throughout the entire film. Everything that happens in this movie is just because something else happened. And someone's like, well, you got to do something because you're Black Adam, so you got to do it. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go and do it. That's it. I'm not kidding. Literally, he comes out from being in prison. He's attacked by people, so he kills them. He then goes to leave that area. He's attacked by more people, so he kills them. He blacks out and is unconscious after being hit with a special kind of magic missile. So then he's taken back to the home of the lady that freed him and nursed back to health. And then her and her son are like, hey, you should save our country. And he's like, no, because I'm not that kind of person. So then he decides not to. Then the Justice Society comes to take him out, because apparently the Justice Society exists in DCEU and they've existed for years. But, that's a continuity error with the whole universe as a whole. But, I'm not here to talk about that right now. So they show up to arrest Black Adam because Waller knows that Black Adam is evil and nearly destroyed all of Kahndaq back in ancient times. And he's like, no. So then they get into a fight. And then Intergang shows up and then wants to steal the crown. But then the mother's like, they kidnapped my son, Black Adam, go save my son. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go save the son. So he tries to save the son. He fails. The son gets kidnapped. They have the crown now. And then the guy turns into a demon. Black Adam's like, oh, I almost killed the kid because, I accidentally blew him up when I got angry. So yeah, you guys are right. I am a menace to society. You can arrest me. So then they arrest him. And then Dr. Fate, when the Demon Man shows up, is like, oh, hey, I don't remember that Superman and Wonder Woman, the Justice League and Shazam exist in the universe. So, Black Adam, you're the only person who can defeat this demon guy. And it's like, okay. So Black Adam gets freed from prison. He comes back. He kills the demon guy. Then he's like, Kahndaq doesn't need a king. He needs a protector. And they act like that's different from a hero, but they're one and the same thing. If you're a guardian of someone, they can view you as a hero. They're synonyms of one another. Whatever. So then the post-credit scene happens, and Waller's just like, hey, Black Adam, cool if you don't want to stay in my little back the tank that I put you in so that you can't ever be a menace to society. Don't leave Kahndaq, otherwise I'm going to send someone to beat your ass. And he's like, I'd like to see you try. And then Superman shows up, which means, Superman and the Justice League exist. They could have handled all the problems that were in this movie, but they don't, because reasons. Because plot needs to happen. Because if you call in the heavy hitters who would deal with the clear heavy hit problem, the movie would be over in less than 5 minutes. Because if Amanda Waller called in Superman and Shazam, or just the Justice League in general, Black Adam would have got his ass whooped in 5 seconds, and this movie wouldn't be a thing. It's so irritating, because the movie tries to make you think this guy's so important, he's so cool, oh, he's so badass, he's indestructible. They even at one point say in the movie that nobody's got powers like him because he's so cool, and it's like, bro, all of your powers are spread out amongst all of the heroes in this universe who are way cooler than you. Shazam literally has just all of your powers. But if you want to forget about him, like the movie constantly tries to do, Wonder Woman can create lightning and is super strong and can fly. Superman is indestructible and super strong and super fast. The Flash can create lightning and is super fast. Aquaman is super strong. There's so many characters that can do what he does, either segmented or basically can just do everything that he does, that it's like, you're not special, dude. There are so many characters that can do what you do, but either better or cooler because of the rest of their ability set. you're not special and you're not that strong, because I'm sure if you were to put him up against like Wonder Woman and Superman and Shazam, because he is his antagonist, he would just get the crap kicked out of him. Like, Black Adam is not that special. I don't understand why this movie tries to force you to believe he is so goddamn important, because he's not. As a matter of fact, he's the second worst character in this entire movie. The least favorite character in this movie is the kid Amon, because he's just a carbon copy of Freddy from Shazam, but without any of the good parts. He's just an annoying superhero fanatic that butts his nose into every single dangerous possible thing that happens in the movie, and all you keep thinking to yourself is, kid, sit the hell down somewhere because the adults are talking. Like, I can't stand this kid. He's just around, and he's hyperactive, and he's annoying. No one likes these kind of characters. They're just, so frustrating. And his family sucks too. His chubby uncle, I don't remember the name. I'm not looking up the name, because I don't care. I don't like this movie. Pointless. He doesn't need to be in the movie. He just drives a car. He gets shot at one point. Useless. His mother freed Black Adam, so she has relevance in the movie, but you could have just condensed like almost all the characters in this movie into just his mother. Get rid of the son, get rid of the uncle, just have the evil guy and the mother, who would just be a woman now because she doesn't have a kid. She frees Black Adam, and then her friend, who is evil, was actually trying to get the crown for himself, and then that creates the conflict of the movie. Like, I feel like that would have been more interesting if that was the case. But instead, we have all these pointless characters that don't need to be here. It's just... This movie's just a mess. Like, it's sad to me because I actually like basically everything else about this movie except the writing. But the writing is so god-awful, I can't enjoy the film. Like, the action's cool. I love the costuming of this movie. All the characters look sick, like they were ripped off of a comic book page and put onto the big screen. I love that. It's so cool. I love the Justice Society in this movie. I've loved the Justice Society ever since I was a little kid and I first saw them introduced in that special episode of Smallville. I remember watching that with my parents. It was so awesome. But, like, they're here and they're super cool, but this isn't a Justice Society movie. It's a Black Adam movie. So they're just here because Black Adam needed people to fight that couldn't kick his ass, which you can't have the Justice League show up because they kick his ass. So they got the Justice Society, who clearly was never mentioned in the rest of the DCEU, to show up and fight him because, well, they needed someone that couldn't kick his ass. So they got Hawkman, who, like, I'm sorry, Hawkman, you kind of get disrespected in, like, everything that you're in, bro. Like, I hope one day you get justice, like, especially like the death of Superman. You literally just got your ass kicked by Doomsday and you had no lines except grunts. Like, that was doing you dirty. But, you know, anyway, Justice Society, they're cool, but they don't really get to do anything. And then they did my man Dr. Fate dirty because they took all of the parts that make Dr. Fate a cool and interesting character out. Like the fact that his helmet embodies a mystic being called Naboo that basically puppeteers someone's body when they put the helmet on so he can do his thing and be Dr. Fate. Like, the whole element of his powers being a curse is completely gone. And I just, like, why? That's what makes Dr. Fate so cool. Why would you do that? Pierce Brosnan was such a cool pick to be Dr. Fate. The costume looks awesome. All of his magic looks super cool. Why did you have to do everything so badly? Like, just... I'll talk about this movie more in depth another time. Because like I said, I don't have a lot of time today. So, I'm just going to leave it there for now. You probably understand why I don't like Black Adam. So, I'm just going to leave it there before I have an aneurysm. So, I'm the innocent villain. Remember, folks, you're innocent until proven villainous. My socials are in the link below. You know, follow me on Twitter. I could use the followers. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTuber nonsense. And remember, folks, you're innocent till proven villainous. And I'll catch you next time.